Girl. Well, hey, it's 80s day. Look at my cool dog. Oh, no, she does not like it, but she certainly looks cool. 80s day. Pilot, want a treat? You want a treat? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, well, we're going to do our math video, and I tried to find some silly dad jokes like about the 80s, but they're pretty much only 80s jokes that you wouldn't really understand unless you lived through the 80s. So that's not going to work. But anyway, we just have 4 short videos this week, and that's all we have before the test on Friday. So it's just going to be short and sweet. I say that every time. I've been getting a little bit better. You want a treat? You want a treat? You want a treat? Yes, you do like a treat. All right. Hey, just one more thing I want to show. She was very, very good and well behaved, putting on an 80s shirt, and it doesn't show up there, there, and there, and there. And I tried to bring the camera closer. There it is. Look at that. Good girl. She cooperated pretty well. It's just, of course, a hat and sunglasses don't stick on her head very well. Here you go. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay. So today we're really taking the stuff we did last week with probability, and we're adding it together with our video from the day before, the last video. Okay. Understanding whether it's independent or dependent, because that affects the outcome of the second event. And you know, we've only done 2 event dependence. Okay, bye. The star has stormed off the stage. What's funny is you can't see. Oh, but let me see if I can get this. I don't know if it's showing you. So as she's walking, her feet are stepping on the shirt and pulling it off because it's just too big. Oh well, I'm not sure if it was able for you to see. Now she's trying to get that hat off. All right, so like if you have a 1 in 10 chance of something happening and you're not going to replace it, and you pick the 1 marble out of 10 that's red, okay? Well, let's make it 2. Now you know why I'm doing that, right? So if it's 2 out of 10 and you pick 1 of them, on the second draw, there's only going to be 1 because you took 1 out and you're not going to replace it, okay? So that's a dependent event. The second draw is going to be affected by the first draw. So the second event, there's only going to be 1 chance of 1 instead of a chance of 2. But the first event, there was 10 total things. Which way do we go? And the second one, there's only going to be 9. Whichever finger would be easier to take off. Thumb, I guess. Okay. So you're going from 2 out of 10 to get red to 1 out of 9 to get red the second draw. Okay. And you would multiply those times each other because it's a compound event. If you replace it, then it's just 2 out of 10 times 2 out of 10. And we always try to simplify. Hey, look who's back. There, do you feel better now? You got rid of your 80s trappings? That was a long time ago, Daddy. All right. Oh, you still got this rubber band on your head. Sorry. She was wanting me to get the rubber band out. There you go. You had her ear caught because that rubber band was holding her hat on. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Do you like math? Do you like math? Hey, puppy. Treat, treat, treat. Here's the bag of treats. You like the treats? You like the treats? Huh? And you hold the treats next to the camera. Oh, yeah. I'm being attacked. All right, I'm going to give her a treat, and we're going to move on. Okay? No 80s jokes. I'll show a couple 80s pictures, and that's going to be it. So let's share screen. She might interrupt me a little bit here. So I'm going to go to, before we do the IXLs, just a few comments for those curious. You know, a lot of things that's showing up in the past 5 to 10 years in movies and things and some 80s references, which is kind of fun. It was a fun time. Big hair, lots of bright colors. Everybody wore bright and neon colors. Yellow started the whole thing, and then it went to quickly bright pink and green and other colors, okay, orange and purple and etc. So here's this is kind of funny because Just has a whole lot of things the 80s were known for, okay? So there was a lot of Converse was kind of popular at the time. It was just a canvas bottom like your boat shoes, and then I'm sorry, rubber bottoms and canvas material. Nike came out really big at that time. They had white canvas with different color Nike swooshes on there. And the original Star Wars that came out in 1978, I went to the theaters to watch it, and they had, and this is crazy for 1978. Okay, nowadays this you see them on street corners holding up signs to get your car washed. People dress up as Batman, whatever. Everybody, you can see anything. Back then, you didn't see people decked out in full costume. But when I went to the Star Wars movie, they had a couple dudes, complete legit Star Wars stormtroopers. And it was like, oh my gosh! But I mean, I looked him up and down for it was so authentic until I got to his shoes. He had on Nike's baby blue swoosh, and I got a pair later, like within a year or so, because ever since I mean I liked them anyway, but after seeing him wear them, I thought it was so cool. But I was like, I said something to him like, "Oh man, you're wearing the Nike baby swooshes, baby blue swooshes, just like in the movie," and he laughed, but he wouldn't talk. They just pointed their little fake guns and walked around. But it's pretty cool. Anyway, Pac-Man was a very important, popular game. Spawned a lot of secondary games. We had cassette tapes. Okay, you've probably seen or heard of them in movies. Maybe your parents showed you some. What's funny is occasionally they'd get eaten. Google that. Cassette tape getting eaten. You'll hear music talking and it goes, it starts going like really fast and it starts spitting the tape out of the machine. And you try to stop it and you want to save it and get it out without breaking the tape because it's got your favorite songs. Because you didn't buy those songs, you recorded them off the radio. You waited for your favorite songs to play, or sometimes you recorded like an hour of the popular time of the day when they're doing the countdown and stuff, and then you picked your favorite songs and replayed them to another recorder. Anyway, and we had these big jam boxes that we liked to carry around because we shared our music with each other. We didn't just have our earbuds and be all to ourselves. We all would set it down and all listen to the music and party together and enjoy the music together. But we did. Then the Walkman came out. I don't know if it's in that picture. I don't see it. But yeah, the Walkman came out where you played a cassette and you had your headphones. We called them back then. Anyway, lots of good stuff. All right, let's move along. I saw some gold chains there in hip hop. A lot of them, they wore the big gold chains. Yeah, and we did have hip hop. You didn't like hip hop? What's wrong with you, dog? Okay, I can't see the arrow to go to the next picture. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So we had a lot of these bright, cool, colorful designs. I really liked it. And we made posters and stuff ourselves in art class. We would have to make posters, and a lot of us would we'd make up our own backgrounds like that. There's another cool one right there with the bright fluorescent looking neon colors. And here again, there was a lot of geometric shapes used of different colors in 80s pop culture art and such. And then they threw the Pac-Mans in there on this one. Okay. It's hard for me to manage the keyboard when this dog has his head under my arm. He keeps trying to push me around. I think she wants more snacks because I got the bag sitting here next to me. You've already had your quota. Cool beans. There's a lot of funny, cool expressions from the 80s. I could do a whole video on that. I'm not going to waste your time. That was one that I liked. I didn't say it much, but the girls would say cool beans, and I thought that was cool. I'm not sure if it's from it, but that just reminds me of the TV show Miami Vice. I'm not sure. I think they had T-shirts like that, whether it was Miami Vice or not. That was a popular 80s TV show. There's that thing I got in my background right now. Okay, so I don't have them. It's not even my jean jacket. This is my wife's. I just put it on for the effect because there are a lot of people had denim jean jackets, and you would put like all kinds of pins to represent your favorite things of the 80s, whether it was music artists or songs. Let me move my picture so you can see them all. Oscar the Grouch, he was popular. Gremlins, Transformers was back then. Lots of movie stuff and music artists. What else we got? More movies. Karate Kid's on there. Mr. Miyagi, 16 Candles. Breakfast Club, Back to the Future, Fast Times, Goonies, Lost Boys, Pretty in Pink, E.T., Weird Science, Ferris. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, I think that's about it. I had one more. And a lot of times they would just have funny sayings on them. Take a chill pill. That's what they'd say sometimes. You tell people to calm down or whatever. As You Wish was a quote from a movie. Totally, dude. That was from a commercial. Jake Ryan, Pretty in Pink. Big Old Pony Boy from The Outsiders. At least they make you read that. That's a good book. Go Smurf yourself. Smurfs was a funny blue cartoon characters. They were fun. Totally Rad. This was the most popular phone number of the 80s. It was the name of a song that was popular. Cool stuff. All right, so let's move on, guys. Bye pictures. So here we go. So you pick, this is two parts. Okay, first you're going to be looking at the item you're dealing with, the random sampling or event. Okay, but second, or actually what is going to come first, is going to be whether you're putting it back or not, with or without replacement. And one of the things we added as we were doing the rotations with the 7th grade teachers, I think that's when one of the 7th grade teachers shared with me and said, hey, when we do that, we ask them to write next to the problem W. I don't know if it's just W or WR for with replacement, meaning you're putting it back, so the odds are going to be the same on both the event, okay? But they put W/O, which is a common way of shorthand for writing without. So without replacement, you pay attention to all the problems you have without replacement, because that means you're going to change the statistics or the outcome or the odds on the second. Oh, there's a puppy outside. There's a puppy. There's a puppy. My other dog, Fitz, he goes crazy looking out windows and barking at dogs when he sees them. This one's just chill. She's so sweet. You guys, I don't know if you can even see her. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Just feel the show. But the kids want math. They don't want cute animals. They want math. Do you like math? You like snacks is what you like. She wants treats. Okay. As soon as I reached away, she dips her head under my hand. Watch, let's see if she can. She dips her head under your hand to like push her hand back on her head. Okay, so on this one, it says we are putting it back. Okay, so the odds are going to be the same on both. So what are they asking? The probability of picking a 6. There's 1 6 here out of 4 things. So it's 1/4. I didn't get my colors, as always. And let's go with, I'll do neon green, I guess, for the, okay. So we have a 1/4, because there's only 1 6, I think I said 1 6, I was thinking of a dice, but there's 1 6 out of those 4 things, okay? This says put it back when you're done, so there's still 1/4 again. And when we do compound events, you multiply, okay? When they say do this and add not do, young Jedi, okay? Multiply we must. All right, so A and D, add not do. When you add them is on simple events, on compound events, you have to multiply. So a simple event would be if I say, what if you got a 3 or a 4 on one draw? Simple event, you're doing one draw. What's the odds of getting a 3 or a 4? So that's one thing, and then you add a second thing. So 1 + 1 is 2. So it's 2 chances out of 4 things to choose from. Okay, so that's a simple event. You have the word or. But when they say and, it's compound. Add not do, you multiply. Okay, so that looks like a 9. Okay, there we go. So it's 1/4 times 1/4. You end up getting 1/16. 1/16. Ding. Okay. I'm going to show a few problems. It didn't even say you're right. It just took me to the next problem. I'm going to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 problems. It's pretty easy, but there's some little nuances and tricky things I just want to make you aware of, okay? All right, you pick a card at random without putting it back, okay? what's the probability of picking a 6 and then picking a 6 again? So picking a 6 and picking a 6. And I'm not replacing. So where's my drawing? So without putting it back. So first one, I have a 6. It's one time out of 4 things. Without putting it back, I mean, this was an entry-level question, guys. So if I pick a 6 and without putting it back, and there's only one 6, can I get a 6 again? Not gonna happen. No way, dude. So it's gonna be 0 out of 3, because now there's only 3 cards left because we took the 6. Okay, so 0 times anything equals 0. So the percentage, my friends, is 0. You know, I enjoy the satisfaction of seeing and the reinforcement of the IXLs telling me we're brilliant. By the way, speaking of IXL, if you haven't seen any of my videos, a lot of teachers love IXLs because they tell you what you did wrong if you get something wrong. Okay, so you can do homework without the teacher, but still get the correct information and learning if you get something wrong, and you can work until you get the grade you're happy with, which should be an A every time. Okay, every once in a while I see a week where a kid gets a little lazy and just settles for 70s or 80s. They must be busy trying to get to their game or whatever. Okay, because we're not doing that many. We did a lot more work when we were in school. I'm doing a lot more work online distance learning. It's a lot more work, especially since I'm choosing to do videos. But it seems efficient because we can post things and anybody can access it at any time. That's cool. I'm going to keep doing it next year so like people who are sick can have the whole class experience instead of just being handed some handouts. Here's what you missed. Read chapter 5 or whatever. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I do miss being told I'm brilliant when I get the question right. Let's clear. Let's go to the next problem. See if maybe it starts something. So we flip a coin twice. Now, a coin. Hey, I'm gonna have to give her a treat because she's no, don't chew on the hat. She wanted to dogs like chew toys. Yeah, come over here and eat it. Come over here, baby. She wants to chew on the hat I gave her. All right. So when you took the 6, it was then gone. Here, this is without replace, or this is with replacement, because the coin's going to have the heads and the tails on both sides no matter what. So the odds are not going to change. So we're going to flip twice. What's the probability of getting tails and then heads? Well, it's a 1 out of 2 chance. And then they want to change the heads, but there's still a heads and a tail. So it's still just a 1 out of 2 situation. So that's going to be 1/4. And we'll try to move a little quicker here, because these are some easy ones. I just want to show a couple. Select, come on, mouse. There we go. 1/4. Ink tray. Please start telling me I'm smart and genius. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. You are too. Okay, here's another easy one, then it'll get a little bit trickier. You roll a 6-sided dice 2 times. Okay, what's the probability of getting a 5 and then a 1? Well, there's only one 5 on there. Okay, so it's going to be 1 out of 6. Add, not do. Okay, so it's going to be times. And the 5, it doesn't fall off of the dice. It's still there. Okay, so I'm still going to have a total of 6 things on there. There's only one 1. So it's 1/6 times 1/6, which, and I try to say it every video. I should say it again. When you're multiplying fractions, you just multiply across. First, you see if you can simplify anything. Like if there was a 2 on top of this 6, I could then divide the top and the bottom by 2, and it would be 1/3. Okay, there's nothing to simplify here, so then you just multiply across, and you're going to get 1/6 times 6 is, boom, 36. Am I brilliant? Okay. I don't know. I just don't feel so smart because they're not reinforcing it. Okay. You spin the spinner twice. Again, this is a situation where it's independent. Okay. The numbers are not going to fall off. Oh, I started to say IXL. The other thing is we are on IXL Hi, puppy. You want to be in the show? No. As soon as she came in the camera, I tried to tilt the camera. She left. Okay. 7th grade, DD11, probability of independent and dependent events. We did the difference between independent and dependent in the last video. And now that you know that, you can put it into practice with everything we learned about probability last week. Okay. So we're spinning twice. What's probability of getting a number less than 5? Ooh, now it's not asking for a specific number. It's saying less than 5. So can it equal 5? No, it has to be less than 5. I don't know why sometimes that shows up, sometimes it does. So less than 5 is going to be a 4 and a 3. So it's 2 out of 4. Or I could simplify that to 1/2. Okay. And then landing on the 5. So there's only one 5 out of 4 things. So now when I multiply across, I get 1 over 8. Okay. Mouse 1/8. Okay, you may get 1 or 2 of the problems I'm showing you, but I want you to have some examples so you'll totally understand this topic. This was like the last thing to finish the whole topic. We learned, and the thing I hate is when a topic carries over past the weekend. Okay, we learned a lot of this probability stuff last week. Maybe since it was the last assignment or two, some of you slacked off a little bit because you were coasting and already knew you were where you wanted to be. Most of you are going for hundreds and killing it, acing everything. That's awesome. You're rad, totally, dude. So I like to review a little bit more because I know with me, after a weekend, I could lose a little bit of stuff. Okay. All right, where are we at? Oh, she's bumped me again. You made my picture go way up there. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. Hi. Okay, so without putting the first card back, so this is going to be a dependent situation. The denominator or bottom of the fraction is going to change on the second one. Okay, so it's going to be a time situation. Picking a 2. Okay, so there's 1, 2 out of 4. Probability of picking a 2 is 1 out of 4. So this is also kind of like a trick question. Can I pick a 2 again? Let's see if she understands. Hey, Violet, can I pick a 2 again? Can I pick a 2 again? Can we get one, girl? No, we already picked it, and it says without putting it back. So it's going to be 0 out of 3, just like the other one we did, okay? Don't be tricked, girls and boys. So the percentage is going to be 0. Awesome. You roll a, oh no, I hope I didn't do that already. I'm supposed to be skipping. Normally, as soon as I solve, I'm supposed to move on to the next problem. I already had set problems to do. Okay, can I move this? There we go. You pick a card at random without putting the first back. So again, without, what's the probability of picking an even number and then picking an even number? Let me get this down out of the way. So I'm going to pick an even number both times. Guys, okay, I left this one, even though it's similar to the 2 I've already done, I left this for a reason. Believe it or not, and that just happened every year I've been teaching, occasionally I run into some students who are, maybe they've heard it a few times, they never really knew what it was, nobody ever explained it, but even numbers are 2, 4, I almost just went to 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Okay, got it? So those are called evens because they have a base of 2, and odd numbers are the other ones. 1, I was just going to say the odd ones, of course. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, etc. Okay. So what's the probability of picking an even number and then picking an even number again? Well, it's going to be 1 out of 3. But then it says since I'm without putting it back, there's not going to be any even numbers left. So it's going to be 0 out of 2. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm being licked over here. Hi, girl. Hard to. I was hoping you would be on camera up here with all this. Come up here. They want to see you more than they want to see me, believe it or not. All right. So, because there's animal videos get way more views than just teacher videos. Am I correct, kids? All right. I'm not stupid. I'm not. All right. So where am I? Mouse. Boom. This again is just a 0, but I wanted to discuss the evens and odds. Technical difficulties. Okay. So that I did it correctly. It's just a situation where I'm at the edge of my house and it starts to lose internet coverage on occasion. So let's see if I can finish the last couple problems at least. I already have them pulled up. Okay, so now we're getting to the 85 level. I have, I think, 2 85s and 2 challenge problems, okay? Now they bring up a few other terminologies to remind ourselves of, since this is end of the year review situation. So we're going to talk about rolling a prime. Thank you, Miss. I think you guys can hear that too when I do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't switch it to right, and I clicked on a sentence, so it read it to me. I love that feature. Isn't that awesome? Prime, okay? And then also greater than. It doesn't say greater than or equal to 3, so it cannot be 3. Has to be everything bigger than 3, so 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 possibilities out of 6. Now, the numbers are still going to stay on there, so it's a independent event. It doesn't, the second roll has nothing to do with the first roll. Hey, tree, get away from my hat. I can't get over there and get it until I finish. I only got 3 problems left. Stay over here, baby. Stay over here, sweetie. She just went and got a big wet spot on my hat now. Okay. Well, she's a Texas dog. She probably don't appreciate the Colts. I'm from Indiana, and I was a Colts fan throughout the Peyton Manning and before. So I didn't follow them really since. Okay, so there's 3 out of 6. Next is a prime number. Prime numbers do not include 1, but it's any number that cannot be divisible by anything except for itself and 1. So 3, for example, can only be divisible by 3 and 1. You can't, without decimals or fractions, okay? So 2 is also 1. 2, there's nothing to break it up and show factors except for 2 times 1. And 3 times 1. So 2 and 3 are prime numbers. I'll just write a couple down here. 2, 3. 4, however, can be 2 times 2 if you split them up, okay? So 4 is not a prime number. 5 is. 6 is not, because 2 times 3 equals 6. 7 is a prime. 8 is 2 times 4. 9 is 3 times 3. 10 is 2 times 5, and then 11 is next, and then it goes 13 and 17 and so on. So let's see. Well, but I don't even need, it's a dice. I don't even need those. A die. I just hate saying the word die. I always say dice so we're on the same page. A die is a single number cube. Dice is usually 2 or more. That's plural. Like mouse and mice, I guess. Okay. All right, what's probability of rolling greater than 3 is 3 over 6, which is 1/2, so we can simplify that. And times, add not do, multiply, a prime number. So how many prime numbers are on there? Well, we're not including 1. We include 2, 3, and 5. So it's 3 out of 6 again, which we just established is 1 over 2. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4. Click. Oh, and they want it as a percent. I need some space. Here's how, let me clear. So our answer is 1/4. And one of the things we did, guys, this year is in proportions. If they want a percent, that means something per 100. So how does 4 get to 100? Times 25. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom, or vice versa. So I just said it backwards. So it's actually same thing as 25 out of 100, or 25%. Okay. Let's do this one. Violet, you can do this one. 25%. Good girl. Technical difficulties, but the answer is correct. I just want to go ahead and show you the last ones, and we'll be done. Technical difficulties or not, that's why I pulled these up, because I had a couple early on doing these videos where I'd be trying to click to the next level and I couldn't because I'd lose internet. So I just pull them up ahead of time. All right, so as you can see, we're at level 85 again. We are doing without putting it back. With okay, So what's the probability of picking a, and this is, I'm doing because of this vocabulary, factor. That just means something times something equals 24. So we could make a factor tree. I'm going to move me out of the way here. And usually the way I always made them is like that. So obviously 1 times 24. 25, I don't know how I did that. 2 times something would be 12. 3 goes into it times 8. And 4 goes into it times 6. So how many I'm jumping ahead. First, I want to know the probability of picking a 1. Okay, so that's just 1 out of 4. Okay, but that card is now gone, and it says without putting it back. How many of the remaining cards are factors of 24? Well, all 3 of those are on this list right here. Oops, right here. Okay, so that's going to be 3 out of 3. So now when I multiply to find my total probability of both events happening, it can't be 100% because there's only 1 out of 4 numbers equals a 1. So that's why it's, even though this one's 100%, this is 25%. So it's going to be somewhere in between that. So we multiply across, or no, it's times. Multiply across, and we're going to get 3 over 12, which we can simplify to 1 over 4, which again we just did earlier is 25%. Okay, still not having it. All right, last couple. Hey, Violet, come here, come here. I need you to leave that hat alone. Come over here and sit down, sweetie. I'll pet you for a little bit. Okay, you pick a card at random without putting it back. I wonder if when I say things like without, she thinks she's in trouble. And then you pick a second card. So what's the probability of picking a prime number? So prime number would be 2, 3, 5, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to do this left-handed so I can pet her. 4 out of 7. Okay, without putting it back. So one of the primes is gone. And then pick a prime number again. Well, one of the primes is gone, so I'm only going to have 3 now. And it's only out of 6 now, which is really 1/2. 3 out of 6 is 1/2. I'm going to I can't just do, all right, hold on a second, guys. I used to be able to just pull up an eraser. So now it's times 1/2. Sorry for the delay. Blame it on the dog. Right? So that 4 times 1 is 4, and then on the bottom it's going to be 14. So 4 over 14. I can divide those both by 2. Trying to write it left-handed. 4 over 14. And if you divide them both by 2, 2 goes into the top 2 times, 2 goes in the bottom 7 times. As a fraction or a whole number. So 2. One more problem after this, baby. 2 over 7. All right, last one, guys. Thank you for your patience. All right, you pick a card at random, put it back, okay? So they want a divisor. Now, I left this problem in to cover the word divisor. I need to pull this closer because she keeps fading out. There we go, sweetie. So they want to know picking a divisor of 21. So it's the same thing. A divisor, you just make a factor tree. Doing left-handed. So it's 21. There's not as many factors of 21 as there are of 24. You got 1 times 21 and 3 times 7. That's it. Okay? So they got the 1 and they got the 3. That's it. Okay? 2 doesn't go into 21, neither does 4. So what's the probability of picking a divisor of 21? 2 out of 4, or 1/2. Thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet. Yeah, so ticklish. And then picking an even number. So one of the primes is gone. It doesn't matter which, because then they want me to pick an even. And even is 2 and 4, but I picked one of those, but it says I put it back. My bad. I think it said I did put it back, so I still have 4 there. So getting an even number is going to be 2 out of 4, or 1/2. So this is challenge level, guys. Boom. 1 over 4, 25%. Okay, that's it, guys. Do you want to say goodbye, Violet? All right, guys, I'm going to tag on to the end of this video. I actually recorded myself trying to put her shirt and hat on. It wasn't, I don't know, I can't even hardly remember. I mean, she didn't really fight me. It was just kind of funny. I had to give her some treats. So that's coming up right after this. Hey, I'll try to post 2 more videos tonight, and then also the test and review tonight. Okay, it's a lot for tonight, but I'm going to let you have until late Saturday to get it all done. They're pretty easy since we got off to a late start this week. All right, love you guys, miss you. God bless you and protect you and your families. Ta-ta for now. Puppies! Oh, I always forget. First, I got to quit sharing screen. Then I can stop. I always say goodbye, and then I have to come back to the full screen. All right, take a chill pill. Far out, dude. Like, totally. The behind the scenes. We're going to try to, come here, baby. We're going to try to get our up-and-coming star. Come on, sweetie. I'm going to put a shirt on you. Move the camera closer so we can see. You're going to be star of the 80s show with me. First, we got to put on some bright neon yellow. Yeah, girl. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Oh, you're so pretty in that color. Now she's got on an 80s shirt. I really need to put your paw through here so it's actually on you. There you go. There you go. You worn shirts before? Huh? Yeah. Such a sweetheart. And there you go. Now she's got on an 80s shirt. Show them your 80s shirt. Well, at least you got the color on. That's what matters. And then we're going to put a little hat on you backwards. There, like that. Yeah. That's what we're going to try to do. And I had an idea, and we'll see if it works. She's such a good girl. Such a good girl. But the trickiest part of all is putting on your most beautiful. And you know what? Before I even try to do the cool sunglasses, I got to give you another treat. I got to give you another treat. Look, look, look. Another treat to show you that this is all for fun. There we go. Got to get it on top of your ears. There. I don't know if it'll stay very well. Good doggy. All right. So now, okay, so this glasses is going to be tricky. I'm going to have to do the intro quick. Right? Right, Violet? So first of all, I think I have to tuck your ears up in. Forgive me for a second. You're going to get another treat for this. There you go. There you go. Good girl. Let's get another treat. And I'm going to hit record here pretty quick. Another treat for you. Yeah. Oh, this idiot's going to give me food. I will sit here and pose. All right. Let's see if I can get one more. One. There you go. There you go. Okay. Let's see. We can do this. All right. Okay, puppy. Let's see.